That girl just told me I couldn't.
Not go over here. Wow, what a historical moment. What a historical moment in our country right now. What's your thoughts on this?
I think it's a miracle. I'm so thrilled. Like I've cried about this. We prayed about. Everybody here is celebrating, but the Supreme Court had the courage. They had the bravery, overturning Roe versus Wade, giving it back to the states, and hopefully this can be the beginning to the end of abortion. So I think we know God is real, and I think we know that prayer works, and I'm just so overjoyed. God bless everyone that's worked on it.
Yeah, now it's time for people to get the facts as far as it goes back to the states. There's a lot of misinformation out there.
To the states. So abortion did not end today. That's not what happened. The Supreme Court overturned, through the Dobbs decision, overturned Roe versus Wade. That means that it goes back to the states, and they have the right to make their own abortion laws, whether they completely outlaw abortion in their state or they allow it to occur at some level. So everyone needs to understand it's not totally over. We have people over here that are screaming, demanding to be able to murder babies, but they still can do it. So what they're demanding is hasn't been taken away from them. They can still kill a baby in the womb. But what has happened is we can allow states to choose.
Okay, let's talk about what could happen tonight. You know, the left has promised a night of violence.
Yes.
They've actually put that out. They put flyers out.
They have threatened a real insurrection at the Supreme Court today, Brian. They're threatening to burn down the Supreme Court. Jane's Revenge, Ruth sent us. These are real domestic terrorist groups. I introduced a bill to designate them as domestic terrorists or any organization. They're planning to attack women's pregnancy centers. They're planning to attack women's crisis centers. So this is a more dangerous time, and it's the radical left that's doing it. I want you to know that right over there at the Capitol right now, the Capitol Police and all law enforcement, they are suiting up in riot gear in preparation for what the left is planning to do tonight in this town.
Well, I thought it was very interesting because moments before the announcement, they packed up and left. So the two groups were here with really no sizable police force. That was very surprising that happened, that right before the announcement, the motorcade pulled out of here.
They should not have left. They should be out here right now. They should be enforcing laws, making sure there's no violence and people are kept safe. They're over there suiting up in their riot gear, and I'll go ask them when I go to vote in a few minutes and ask them, you should be out here back in the streets making sure people are safe.
So what's your message to people who live around this area? You got businesses, you got people that commute to work. Should they just avoid this area in expectation of any potential violence?
My message to people here is everyone needs to stay safe. Everyone has their First Amendment rights. That's what we want to always protect. Freedom of speech, the right to protest, but it's only protesting peacefully. That's the only kind of way you can protest. So I think people need to be careful tonight. The left has told us that they are coming for the Supreme Court and going after pregnancy crisis centers and churches. So I do fear for the safety of people here in D.C.
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene joining us live in front of the Supreme Court immediately after the reaction, the reversal of Roe v. Wade. Turn our attention real quickly on the gun bill that now goes through the Senate to you guys.
I just spoke this morning on the Rules Committee. I introduced an amendment to protect Americans' due process rights on this. This Senate bill is horrific. I cannot believe Republicans joined Democrats to do this. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and all of these sellouts on the Second Amendment, they completely sold out every single one of their voters. I went to the Rules Committee this morning demanding that we protect due process rights, and I don't think the radical left is going to allow it. The Democrats will not allow it. They want to vote on that bill as fast as possible. We're voting on it today, also they can get on a plane and get out of town.
Yeah.
This is wrong. And because the left is so radical and because of threats against people's lives, people need their guns to protect themselves because the Democrats are going to use politics to come after gun owners, and that's what everything is at risk right now.
And, of course, the longstanding law in New York City now allowing someone to carry a firearm if they have probable cause. How important is that now versus the toxicity of our country? protecting yourself?
Oh, you have every single American has the right to keep and bear arms, and it's more important now than ever. That's what I told them this morning. I said the federal government is failing Americans. Our border is overrun. People need to be able to protect themselves. They've already shown us what they're capable of with BLM riots, and they want to take our gun rights away. Just like they want to keep murdering babies. They want to say they care about children at school and they care about people being gunned down. At the same time, they're here demanding that innocent unborn babies be ripped apart limb by limb and murdered in the womb. The Democrats are the liars. The Democrats are the party of death. The Democrats are the party of riots. And the Democrats are the party of insurrection. And they have been waging one ever since we elected President Trump.
Last question. President Trump has been so instrumental of putting the Supreme Court justices in place to make this happen. Your message to President Trump right now for allowing, I think.
Yes. Thank you, President Trump. God bless you. This got overturned today because of your great work as our president, and we want him back, Brian.
There you go. Marjorie Taylor Greene joining us live. Thank you so much. I know you got to make your way. You've got some press. Thank you. God bless. Thank you for your time today.